So if you've clicked on this episode, you'll be able to see that it's episode number 60. We want to say thank you for your patience with our 2 weeks off. It's been 3 weeks since we've been on this couch.
It's been a while.
So as a sort of gift for said patience, in honour of episode number 60, we've taken another 10 off.
Mm-hmm.
Could you do us a favour and
Yep.
could you give us a freestyle?
A freestyle?
Like in the theme of number 60, I guess.
A freestyle?
A freestyle, just off the top of your head, like no preparation at all. Like if you got anything you can
Yeah.
sort of,
I can. Have I got anything off the top of my head?
off the top of your head, like
I can remind you what a freestyle is.
can you define freestyle?
Freestyle is a style of improvisation
Mhm.
with or without instrumental beats in which lyrics are recited with no particular subject or structure and with no prior memorization.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I can do that for you.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Easy.
So-
All right.
Give me a sec. So, you ready?
Yeah. Ready for your freestyle. Yeah.
This is episode 60. I see them flick the switch and swish as I'm sitting on the bench yelling Critch please while he bricks threes. It's like I'm witnessing the antithesis of the 96 team.
Why you got to do me dirty about my threes? Far out.
Hey, it's a freestyle. It just
It's
comes off the
freestyle.
top of the head.
Yeah, completely unscripted.
Yeah.
Completely. He's got a new album coming out shortly. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. Feels good to say that again. Been a couple of weeks.
Been 3 weeks since we sat down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was you saying, like a couple episodes before the break, I feel like you were saying welcome. So I feel a bit out of practice saying that. I feel like I'm now like cutting your grass a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not my thing, I guess. But,
It's both, mate.
It's both.
Absolutely it is. How are you first? Are you well?
I'm well.
Yeah.
I'm well.
Same old?
Same old. Yourself?
Yeah, same old. We were talking about this the other day. We're saying how we've been away for a little bit, like
Yeah.
we've been away for some time. And I'm trying to think of something interesting that's happened to share. And
Stories. Yeah.
I don't really have anything.
Nothing.
I got nothing. Like,
We didn't really go anywhere or do anything, did we? Like we didn't.
did we? No, we didn't really, did we?
Not really. No.
I got nothing. I'm sorry. I know it's a real disappointment for the listeners.
Mm.
The most interesting thing I can think of is so for those who don't know, my mum is Welsh. Well, she's half Welsh. but
Yes.
When she gets a bit pissed off or she gets a bit, I don't know, whatever it is, the accent comes out a bit, and without fail, we always give her shit. Always.
For when the accent comes
Yeah,
through.
just for the Welsh accent because it's hilarious. It's a joke of a language. It's mostly L's and W's and Y's. Like if you say anything phlegmy, you're probably speaking Welsh.
Right.
I am a quarter Welsh, so I can say that, right?
Oh, really?
That's how it works.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You're-
Yeah. No.
No, fair enough. I don't know.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
So I am going somewhere with this.
Uh-huh.
So my younger brother found out something rather funny on the old Google Translate.
Mm.
Would you want to take a guess at what coffee bean 100 is in Welsh?
In Welsh.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's a joke of a language, so that's fair enough that you don't know. I'm telling Mum. So coffee bean 100 in Welsh, which is obviously a very common saying, coffee bean 100. I mean, we all say that.
Yeah.
Fuck coffee can.
That's the most interesting thing that's happened to me since our last episode, mate.
Right.
You've got to have something more interesting than that.
No, less interesting.
Less interesting.
Less
Alright.
interesting than that.
Hit us with it. What do you got?
I've already discussed this with you. I've posed this. I think I put it in one of the group chats actually. It's more of a question to the listeners, I think. Just to sort of pick their brains a bit. So it's just a hypothetical. Say you've done a load of washing, and
For fuck's sake.
you've you've finished the load, and you've realised that one sock, just one sock, not a pair, just one sock by itself, fell out of the basket before you put it in. So there's one sock that hasn't been washed. Everything else has been washed. Do you think it's okay to use, dishwashing detergent to just like quickly clean that one sock and then dry it with the rest of it?
You weren't kidding with less interesting, were you? I do remember you saying that in the group chat. That was this morning, wasn't it? Was that this morning?
Well, I didn't do it this morning, but
No, it was in the chat this morning.
it was in the
wasn't
chat this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you've asked the question, so I'll answer it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll just do all the laundry. Just won't leave one sock behind.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not all perfect, mate. That's,
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck. Yeah, look, is that what you did? Is that what you're saying you did when you discovered the sock?
Yes.
Okay. Look,
Yes.
look, you are one of the most cooked people I've ever met.
Oh, thanks.
I don't think. Oh, thanks. Exhibit A right there. And that's not the dumbest thing I've heard you do.
Yeah.
So, no, I'll pay it. I'll pay
You'll
it.
pay it. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, mate.
We'll see what the listeners say.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's. Look, this show is known for tackling the big issues, and today is no exception.
For now, let's run it back. So, running it back, it has been 3 weeks since we've been sitting here, so there's been quite a lot that's happened in the meantime.
That'll probably be the last time we mentioned that it's been 3 weeks since we've sat here. I feel like we've got it in there a couple of times.
It's just
really
like
early.
because it feels kind of strange. Because I think we were talking about it off air. It feels like it's been a long time, and it feels like it hasn't been a long time at the same time.
And we're also justifying if we're a bit rusty as well.
Yes.
So I'm not mad at it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
See how we go. But yeah, no, a lot has happened. You're right.
World Cup has started.
It has.
Even though the Super 12s, when the big teams, the big boys start playing, hasn't started yet. But a few upsets so far. Notably, Namibia beating Sri Lanka.
Yeah, they did. Have you heard Billy Brownless try and say the word Namibia?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I'll
It's
show you.
bad.
If you listen, look it up. It's
Okay.
It's good value. It's
Yeah,
good
right.
value. Yeah, no, they did though, didn't they? They beat Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. And Scotland beat the West Indies as well.
It's like Sri Lanka and the West Indies. Like it's so sad. Like,
You just don't know what to expect, or
Yeah.
or because of the potential, or
I mean, they were so exciting to watch.
yeah, and they still can be. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not like we're talking about we'll get into that later. But anyway,
Really, we're a cricket podcast.
we are a cricket podcast. We are.
First time we've said that. There you go. Cricket season's well underway. We've got that in there
The
early.
transition is complete. But before we sort of get too deep into Cricket World Cup territory,
Yep.
I might quickly just mention that I think since we've been off the air, trade season has wrapped up.
Yeah, it has been a little while. There was a lot that happened during the trade period, so we probably should touch on it a little bit. Who would you say won? I will say, I feel like the rich have got richer.
Yeah, Geelong, Melbourne.
Collingwood finished top 4 and they did pretty well. I've put them in there as well. Richmond,
Yep.
Brisbane as well.
Yeah, all sort of up there.
All up there. Probably them as sort of the winners. You can sort of pick one of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rare that the reigning premiers have such a good trade period. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then the Saints. We love the Saints.
We do love the Saints.
But the Saints don't love Brett Ratton.
No.
What? What's
Yeah.
happened there? They recommitted to him in July for another 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, exactly, like kind of like how he left Carlton, I'm pretty sure. Like similar kind of circumstances.
Yeah. I don't know what happens behind closed doors, mate. Like
You don't?
I don't.
Oh,
as much as we I stay on top of things. I can't say I know what
Right.
happens.
Yeah, right. That's a shame.
But what I do know is that, one of the big headlines from trade period is that
You think it's a headline because nothing else happens there.
Jason Horne-Francis has left North.
I thought he was happy there.
He's left North, and he's consequently signed a 6-year deal with Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Which is a very long contract, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny. You hear Kane Corns in particular has come out in the past and condemned long contracts.
Yeah.
He said it with Brodie Grundy. He said it with. We probably said it with Buddy Franklin.
Yeah.
But when Jason Horne-Francis signed to the Power, it was full credit to the Power for getting this done. It's like, all right, you can't have it both ways there, Kano. Come on, mate. What's going on? Another big thing that we found out, just shifting back to cricket, if we can. I mean, it's a weird time of year. The line's very, very blurred.
Yeah.
But something that we were super stoked about when it happened. The Renegades got the number 1 pick in the BBL 12 draft, and we wanted them to pick Liam Livingston, and they did.
Yeah, I think we might have mentioned it when it actually happened, which was probably a month or two ago.
Yeah, I don't know what time is. I don't know what time is at all.
Yeah.
But now he's gone on to have been selected in the England Test side.
Yes.
And the Renegades are only going to see him for, 5-6 games?
At best.
Yes, yeah.
It's like some window between, I think it's like 20-something of December and the 10th of January, I think.
Yeah. It's we might not see him at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wonder what will actually happen there if we don't see him at all. But North Melbourne invested in Jason Horne-Francis.
Yes.
It's fair to say that didn't work out.
I think that's a fair statement.
I would say that the Renegades have invested their number 1 pick in Liam Livingston.
Yeah.
And we knew that availability was limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have spoke about this on the pod. But it probably hasn't got off to a great start either, has it? Probably hasn't. The investment hasn't gone to plan.
It has not gone to plan. I think I heard one of the Renegades recruiters or something mention that they had the feeling that it might happen, like it was in the back of their minds, but I don't think that they would have gone through with it if they were sort of certain that it would happen.
I don't feel like Test match cricket was on the radar for him.
It's been a very quick sort of trajectory.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Sam Billings.
Yeah.
Because he drove down to wherever the Test match was.
Because he was playing Big Bash, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's exact same sort of thing.
Just 0 to 100.
Yeah.
0 to 100.
Look, I know. So we are transitioning to cricket. We touched on footy. We're bringing it back to cricket now.
Yeah, absolutely. We're a cricket podcast.
We are a cricket podcast. So I want to talk to the listeners a bit about the Pals.
Are you a full member of the Pels this year?
A full member of the Pals this year. What defines a full member of the Pals?
I don't want to talk about it. You're going to be sad.
But I've been hearing whispers. All right,
Whispers
from the Pals board. All right, we've been to 2 grannies in 2 years. Right? Have we?
Yeah, we have. I do remember a couple being 2.
But we haven't been able to get the job done in the granny, right?
We might have mentioned that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe once or twice. But look, we're not the type of podcast to spread rumors. You know, we would never do that, like legitimate rumors.
We only spread illegitimate ones? Yeah, right, okay. It's probably fair, to be honest.
But I have heard whispers that the Pals board is on the lookout, looking to invest in a player that's going to get us over the line.
Yeah.
Because we need something. We need a little spark. We need something to win the grand final, to bring home the flag, right? So I've heard
That'd
whispers.
be nice.
Yeah. That they're looking for a new recruit, right? Whether these rumours are true or not, like, it doesn't really matter to us. We're impartial. We're unbiased. We're just here to provide practical solutions.
That should not be news to anyone listening to
we've
this.
done this. I think we do this time in, time out. I think we did it with the Brover 19 episode as well.
We did.
So we're just here to help. So this episode, I think, we think of it as like, the Pels board are looking to make an investment in someone. So we're just going to give, it's not a board report, it's not a paper to the board or whatever, but just some suggestions, something, criteria for the board to keep in mind when scouting. So what have we got for some suggestions or criteria to the Pels board?
You want me to kick it off?
You kick it off for us, mate.
First of all, who's on the Pels board?
The Pels board is I can't. I'm not on it. I'm not on it. I can't. Yeah.
I'm visualizing legs.
Yep.
And Cannon.
Yes.
Well, that's a starting point. Okay, so we're presenting you the Pels board.
Yes.
So the first bit of criteria for the next Pels investment would be make sure they're not an international cricketer. Right? I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
We're going to be researching the best player, working out if they're the best fit.
Yep.
And then, if they piss off overseas, I mean, we've just been left high and dry.
Exactly.
So we don't want that. So
especially what they could leave at the worst possible time in March. March or April.
Yeah.
So you don't want that.
You don't want that at all. So maybe an Aussie that doesn't have a passport.
Plenty of those around.
There are plenty of those around. So they literally can't. They legally cannot go overseas.
Cannot go. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's quite a key criteria for the Pels' next investment.
Yeah, but I guess you don't want them to just randomly fly to Sydney as well. But
no full-time member of the Pels would do that.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Oh.
All right, I got another criteria for the board. Make sure they don't get homesick. You don't. This is very serious stuff here. We're looking to invest in a player for the long term, right?
Yeah.
So we're wanting to develop their skills as a cricketer, but
not through training. I mean, the Pels don't train.
No, of course not. No. But we don't want them to feel like they'd want to go back home. Whether it's sort of, I don't know, providing an environment that's just really homely, or just making sure they're not from interstate or from Sydney. That's probably the aim, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing we want would be for them to request a trade to Beaky.
Oh,
we wouldn't want that in the slightest. That'd be sort of worst case scenario. So we want them to be local, right?
Yeah, very. Extremely local.
If Beaconsfield is too far, we've really, really, really narrowed our search radius.
Yes, considering the majority of us travelling about half an hour to an hour to get to.
What you might notice with this episode is we haven't thought it all the way through. With that in mind, I'm going to move on to the next bit of criteria.
Yes.
Okay. They need to be able to fit into the team's culture. Now, this can be anything from just learning the team song.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes a long way. And Legs is on the board, right? But he's above that. He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know the team song. We're there singing, "Oh, we're the Pelicans." He's just there going, "Pelicans, Pelicans," as we're all singing it. But I mean, it's Legs. He's running the show, so he can do what he wants. He's above it. But this next investment isn't allowed to be that. You've got to fit in. You've got to slide in and not disrupt anything.
Yeah.
Chip in with the umpiring.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking nice. Chip in with the scoring.
Central or square leg?
Absolutely central. We need more people central umpiring.
We need someone that's courageous enough to be at central.
Yeah, yeah. With the exception of most of last year, it's usually me.
Yeah.
I was happy to avoid it for most of the year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just fit in. Just fit into the culture.
Yeah, absolutely. We also don't want a Michael Clark, Simon Kadich scenario. If you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, that's the last thing you want.
They just got to fit in with the chemistry, and if you want to sing it, like you were saying, we mentioned the team song and everything. It's not hard. It's
not hard to not know. No need for that. No need for that at this stage.
No. Sponsorship.
Yes. Yeah. Important.
That is one consideration that I think the board will take to. Do you see that currently with the World Cup, there's a bit of a sponsorship clash at Geelong?
Oh yeah, because the group stage games are being played down at Geelong, aren't they? Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah, they're covering up the.
GMHBA isn't one of the World Cup sponsors.
Yeah,
so they've covered it up, haven't they? With a big purple banner.
Yeah,
and it just says Cardinia Park Stadium.
Yeah.
Do you need stadium at the end of that? Is Cardinia Park not enough?
Are there any other stadiums that end with park? I feel like that's going to fall down.
I feel like it is too. Sorry.
It has fallen down before, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I mean, we're supposed to put it on the wall and we just haven't.
If only we had some time off.
Yeah, I know. We had such a plethora of ideas planned that we were going to work on in between episodes, and almost none of them materialised. I'll say almost, because we had a very interesting conversation last night. Almost none. Sorry, sponsorships, you were saying.
Yes, sponsorship. So whoever we're recruiting, I'm sure they're going to be quite high profile. They might have some sponsorship deals at the moment.
Yep.
You never know, but you don't want that to clash with the Pels sponsorship, right? So, it's just it'll just cause some unnecessary drama.
Yeah, so we don't want Baxter are a big friend of the Pels.
Yes.
I'd say they're a friend of the show. So, we wouldn't want another vodka brand or any really kind of any alcohol brand. So, yeah, that's probably the most. That's probably the biggest one too.
The biggest one.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just kind of working at the cogs were turning. The cogs were turning. And I'll say one more if I can.
Okay, go on.
Just be a proven finals player.
So getting forward now, we've combining all the advice that we've just given to the board.
High quality advice.
Yes. What player should the Pels board be recruiting to help us bring home the flag?
Which player should we be investing in? Now, let's have a look. Just going back through the criteria.
Oh, right, okay.
So, not an international cricketer.
Yep.
Don't want to get homesick, so they want to live nearby.
Yep.
Team culture and no sponsorship.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like the one that's standing out there, as we've kind of stitched ourselves up, is the homesick one. We've really narrowed the search area down.
Yes.
Based on that, I think I have someone for you.
Okay.
James Pattinson.
Wow. James Pattinson.
He play out dandy way.
Yes.
And he doesn't play international cricket anymore.
He's a dandy boy, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
He's not an international cricketer. Can't get homesick, mate.
Nah, not at all.
Driving down from Dandy.
Well, we'd have to confirm the sponsorship clash, but I reckon we're in the clear there.
Yep.
And team culture, mate. He might be the original Pelican. I don't know what I'm basing that on. But I'm basing it on selling the idea to you.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I like it.
You can open the batting and the bowling, I reckon.
I think he used to.
There you go.
In junior cricket. And, I'm not surprised. So,
see if I can get him on the phone.
Oh, you're going to get him on the... You're not mates with him, are you? Or?
Nah, not mates. Nah, not mates.
No, okay.
No. Once a gate, always a gate.
Yes.
Once a pal, always a pal.
Yeah.
Surely Legs has his phone number.
Why would Legs have his phone number?
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Who's your recommendation based on all the criteria?
Based on the criteria, I'll go with another Victorian.
You've got someone in mind?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Bryce McGain.
Who?
Bryce McGain.
You're going to have to give me some context.
Bryce McGain was a legendary Victorian leggy
Right.
that was
Leggy. Shock.
shocker. Always sort of in the shadows, I think, of a few other leggies.
For Victoria? Leggy? Victoria?
Yes, yeah. Namely Warney. He only ever played one test for Australia in South Africa. Fortunately, only got one opportunity, and he I think he bowled. I think it was none for 156.
No, that rings a bell. Yep.
And it was he never got another opportunity, and it's sad because he was an incredible bowler, and I think he would fit right in at the Pels.
You're just that much of a fan of leggies, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
I am not ashamed to say it. Switch on.
It's that time of the week. That hasn't been one for 3 weeks for us, as we said we weren't going to mention.
Yep.
It's switch on. It's time to switch on.
Mm-hmm.
Switching on. Switch on. What
Yep.
segment is it?
Switch on.
Switch on. Right,
Switch
okay.
on. Yes.
I have one question for you.
Just one.
Just one question.
Must be a big question.
It might be. It might be. It could be anything. It
Okay.
really could be anything. Now, the theme of the episode has been about investments. You know, we started with investments that didn't quite go to plan.
Yep.
So with that in mind, I would say, please, I hope you agree with me on this. Pyramid schemes are probably a bad investment.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yep.
we do enjoy a big call on this show, but I don't
Yes.
think that is that big of a call.
Probably not.
No. Okay.
Probably not.
My
No.
question for you, what is a pyramid scheme that you'd actually want to sign up for?
Wow. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of so the worst part of a pyramid scheme, I guess, is everyone at the bottom doesn't really get anything.
Yeah.
And everyone at the top gets everything, right? So just, I don't know, something where the people at the bottom get more.
Right. So you want to turn the triangle upside down? Or
Yeah.
you want a square scheme? What are you talking?
Yeah, like an upside down pyramid. You know, it's still a
Right,
triangle,
okay.
but
What would that be though? I'm not asking you to change the shape. I'm asking you to, what would that actually be?
let me think. Music related? I'm thinking music.
Anything. I mean,
Nah.
we're a cricket podcast, so yeah, music related for sure.
Have you got a cricket example in mind? Or
Look, all right. If you can get, I do have one. I do have one.
Okay.
So a pyramid scheme that I would sign up for.
Okay.
If you can get enough of your mates
Yep.
to sign up and pay a few $100s every summer,
Yep.
and they win enough games together, everyone gets a premiership medal.
Do that?
If they win enough games.
That's really good.
I thought of that between recording Get Forward
Yeah,
and now.
that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm so, because we this is partially, you know, we go off notes and stuff, but whenever we surprise each other, it's always it's just great, you know. That's great.
Yeah, it's just one payment or two payments
Yeah,
up front,
Yeah.
and then it filters through and everyone gets
And who's at the top of that?
legs.
On the board.
The board always wins.
The board. Who do you reckon Almo should be on the board as well? As a skipper? A skipper should be on the board.
He
right?
should be. And if he fulfilled my request about getting those videos across to me, that's coming soon. But if I might have put him on there.
Okay.
But nah. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Anyway, that was my question.
Nice.
And I feel like you didn't really say anything.
No, I didn't.
Just fluff. That's all you are. You're fluff.
That's all I am. I've got a couple of questions for you. Question 1. Let's say you've just got your tax money back, right? And you happen to magically have gotten 30K back, right? Just
It wasn't far off, was it? I'll leave that alone.
What's a better investment with this newfound money?
Right.
Putting down a deposit for a home or starting up a vending machine business?
See, well, this is the thing. A lot of people will say deposit for a home.
They would say.
I should try to get through this without laughing. What people don't know about vending machine business. What people don't know about a vending machine business is you can buy a couple of vending machines and then you can sell them to buy a house, and then you can sell that house to buy enough vending machines that you can sell to buy a house.
Yes.
So people don't consider that.
No.
So I would say vending machines.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Good tears in your eyes. I mean, if not that, then the Premiership Medal Pyramid Scheme.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 30K on that.
Fucking hope we win enough games.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to fork out 30K and then come short in the granny.
Stop! We didn't even come short! We drew!
All right. Question two. Given the Renegades can now pick someone else as a top-up player, I think that it's something with, forget how much, there's like because Livingston's not playing.
Like the platinum players and the gold players.
Yeah. Because Livingston's only playing for a certain number of games, it's sort of increased the amount in the salary cap, I think, that the Renegades can pick. So given that the Renegades can now pick someone else as a top-up player, which of the international stars that was snubbed earlier this year should they go for if they were going to go for someone international?
It's a much more sensible question than the first one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about who there was. So there was Faf.
Yep.
There was Dwayne Bravo.
Yep.
Pollard.
Andre Russell.
Anyone else?
Should be someone else as well, I think. But those are the big four, I think.
I remember when we spoke about this, one of the questions I asked you was something to do with who had the best average or something like that.
Yes.
And we were surprised that it was Faf.
Yes.
But then Dre Russ had the highest strike rate.
Yep. So
I'm going one of those two. You think about Faf, you don't really think of him as a T20 bat. He's an elite batsman, but you don't really think of him
as a T20 player.
Whether that's the truth or not, you don't really think of it.
Yeah.
I'd go Dre Russ.
Okay.
I'd go Dre Russ for the excitement factor with the bat, and then he's pretty handy with the ball too.
Yeah.
I'd say him. Who would you say?
I
feel like there was someone else.
I think maybe Faf.
Yeah.
Mainly because even though he doesn't have he might not be necessarily a T20 player and probably doesn't have the strike rate of Dre Russ, I think if we can have someone that prevents collapses and just stays in for the whole innings, I think that's more important.
Sort of like a Cam White type role.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Like a runnable 40.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's a great shout.
Yeah, we're talking cricket, talking sensible stuff, mate.
We are a cricket podcast.
Money!
Alrighty, time for my mate's multi. So It is.
It's time.
It is time.
For what?
My mate's multi.
You may continue. I'm satisfied.
No, that's sorry. You really love it when I do that, so I do it twice.
I mean, I wouldn't go overboard with that. But
Going through my legs from not last week, not the week before, the week before that, because it has been 3 weeks since we've sat down.
Since we've been sat on this very couch.
Yeah. Leg one. I said the Golden State Warriors will lose both of their preseason games before the next episode. No.
They won one?
I think they won one. They lost and they won, and they've had a bit of a mixed record.
Just trying to share the minutes throughout the whole roster.
Yeah.
Pretty standard.
Mm-hmm. Leg two. I said, as we record this, the Queensland Bulls are currently coming last in the Marsh One Day Cup. By the next episode, they will be in the top 2. No, that hasn't happened either.
Are they still last?
I think it's second last or something.
Yeah,
but
right.
they're top of the table in the Sheffield Shield.
Yeah.
But I think I just forgot the fact that the Marsh One Day Cup goes for a bit. It's a bit disjointed. You play a few games and there's just nothing.
I really feel like the domestic cricket calendar could be so much better. So much better.
In terms of getting more people engaged with it, or like getting
just the fucking schedule.
Mm.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not too familiar with what it's like in England.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, it's a separate topic.
Mm. So
sorry.
No to that leg, none from 2. And leg 3. I said so Bliss and Esso performed at the NRL Grand Final.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago now, and they performed their song Moments. And I think my leg was something along the lines of, at some point during the performance, they will ask everyone to put their hands up and sway from side to side. And just a side note, it's kind of a bit strange, but the NRL official, I don't know, page didn't post anything about the grand final entertainment on YouTube. Like, there's no YouTube videos of it.
Right. So did you watch the game?
Sorry?
Did you watch the game?
No, I didn't watch the game.
Right.
No.
So how did you?
I found some dodgy, like, someone at the ground that was sitting like way back, like phone footage of watching Bliss and Esso performing the pre-game entertainment. And I was couldn't say much, but I basically put the phone to my ear and I was like, are they saying put your hands up? Are they saying sway from side to side? Just for the whole song, and I didn't hear it.
Oh, fair enough.
So none from 3.
Ah, right.
Yes.
Well, I respect your dedication to the cause.
Thanks, mate.
I would have given up searching if it was me, but I mean, you're a better man than I. Mine from last episode, I said that Joel Selwood will announce his retirement before our next episode. Now, he announced it after we recorded, but it was so we recorded on a Tuesday, we released on a Thursday morning. He announced it on the Wednesday.
Yes.
So it's still technically before our next episode, though.
True.
So,
True.
Yes, that happened, and I'm still quite sad about it. It's going to be weird. Never known the Cats without Joel Selwood, to be honest, so it's going to be bizarre.
Yep.
But one from one. I said that the attendance at the NRL Grand Final will not have the number 2 in it, and the official attendance was 82,415, so that's really annoying.
Uh-huh.
That didn't get up, and I said that leg 3, I said I will be asked to remove my Geelong scarf by someone in the office before the end of the week, and that happened.
Really?
That happened, funnily enough. It was the CEO,
and
I politely declined his request.
Okay. Did your phone keep playing up at work that week at all, or no?
They kept giving me control of the speaker.
They did?
Yeah, and I'd add it. No, I wouldn't add it to the queue because it wasn't me. My phone was playing up, and every now and then the bootleg remix of the Geelong song.
The remix, yeah.
And everyone would be like, and I'd just be in the corner laughing.
Yeah. What can you do?
They kept giving it to me.
Yeah,
it's not my fault. I like my taste of music.
Yeah.
You take the good with the bad. And I'm both.
Yes.
Just give us your legs, would you?
My legs for this week. Leg 1. There will be at least 5 articles regarding Ben Simmons between now and the next episode.
Do these articles have to be published? Can you just write 5 yourself?
Myself? Huh? I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure. Of
course, yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean of course?
And I was like, it's the actual season starting. Yeah, no pre-season or anything like that.
There's definitely going to be, regardless of how he goes, if he plays, if he doesn't play anything, there's going to be every Australian sort of sports writer is going to say something about it. So
looking at you, Fox Sports Australia.
All right, Leg 2. The attendance of the India versus Pakistan game at the T20 World Cup will break a record of some sort.
Of some sort.
Some sort.
I like the vagueness there.
Yeah, it's this Sunday, I think. Sunday. It's going to be a big... I reckon it'll be a huge crowd.
90 plus.
Yeah, 95 maybe, I reckon. Maybe. We'll see. Leg 3. There will be less than 5 stumping dismissals in all T20 World Cup games between now and the next episode.
Okay. I see you. 3 from 3, I reckon you're going to get.
Nice.
It's funny because when I say that, you never do.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. My legs. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if one of them has happened yet or not, and it doesn't look like it has. Okay. Leg 1. There will be at least 3 meme templates from the cricket. So I've just in my notes I've just put CWC, so my mind's on from the Cricket World Cup between now and our next episode. So I'm not including the tripping over the boundary rope because that's already happened.
Yeah.
Between now and our next episode.
Yeah.
3 Cricket World Cup meme templates.
Yeah.
Leg 2. The game between Australia and New Zealand on Saturday will be affected by rain in some way.
Okay.
In some way.
Okay, so will they have to go off or like just basically it will rain at some point?
It could not be raining. It could be delayed. A delayed start from earlier rain.
What do you mean if it could not be? If it could not be raining, that means if it's not raining,
it's affected by rain. It's been raining and it's caused a delayed start.
Okay.
Hold on, you were fucking vague with yours. Don't fucking come at me.
No. But if it doesn't rain at all, then it's not raining.
I didn't say it will be raining during the game. I said it'll be affected by rain.
Okay, so delayed start or something. Okay,
or they come off, or reduced overs, anything like that.
Yeah. No.
Bloody hell. Jesus Christ. All right, are you going to be... can you see this one? Oh, you can't even see this one on the screen. You might not be happy with this one either. Bloody hell. Hostile work environment and home environment. Leg 3. No individual will score above 83 between now and our next episode in the Cricket World Cup. If there was a siren in cricket...
This is probably where it would go. Before we head off, you brought up something in My Mate's Multi that I thought we had talked about on the pod, but we didn't actually bring it up at all.
Was it before we turned the mics on?
It might have been.
Right.
It might have been. The meme.
Well, almost memes. We haven't used it yet.
Yes, true. Was it a player from UAE?
Yeah.
Just been dismissed, walking off the ground, and attempts to jump over the boundary rope. And the boundary rope's not very, very high, I wouldn't say. I'd say.
I wouldn't call it a hurdle.
No. But jumps, lands before getting to the boundary rope, then trips over it and face plants. And I found that very funny.
Look, you're not really in the best of moods when you've just got out.
No.
And then tripping over in that sort of fashion in front of the whole cricketing world. Yeah, I just want the ground to swallow me up then.
I think if we just tripped over normally, it would have been fine. But the fact that he actually jumped, like it was an intentional, like, there is something here in my way, and I am going to get over it.
I'm just back here. I'm watching it again in my head. It's fucking funny as. But I mean, that's going to do it for our first episode back. I feel like we've got the cobwebs out, brushed off the cobwebs. Yeah, it's not gone too bad. Cricket season is upon us. I don't have anything more to say. I don't know if you want to finish her up now, or you got anything else you want to say?
No. Keep hitting sixes.